Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome. So good to be with you today. So your life fell apart one way or another, and now you're kind of over the trauma. You were lost. Now you're kind of found. You're a little bit back to your sane person. Now what's next? I've heard it said that all bad things must come to an end. So what do you do next? I want to share a few ways that you can turn disappointment into joy. Once you accept that you're jobless or single, how do you rebuild? What do you do next? What do you do with your time? What is the best use of your time? We'll answer that in just a minute. If you could please hit that subscribe button, and even more importantly, share this with somebody that you think might find this interesting. As I've said before, my life took kind of a brisk turn. Expectations that I had were gone, and I've always been one to kind of let things go eventually. That I'm an optimist at heart. I want things to work out well. I'm a balance of horrible pessimism and extreme optimism, and sometimes they get crisscrossed and are not necessarily helpful. But I knew it was possible to thrive again, and I needed to figure out where to start. So here I am, single, with no desire really to be single. The economy was really bad, and I was building houses and stuff at the time, and it was really not good. So what do I do next? I knew that I had a great idea in me. I still had many things that I wanted to do, and now that I was kind of seeing life clearly again, I had to concentrate, like, what can I do to bring my life forward, to bring joy, to be the kind of person that would attract other people to me, that I could have close friendships and relationships. And as I was contemplating this, laying on the floor in my sleeping bag in the empty house that I was living in, I finally thought, I should probably get out of the sleeping bag. The sun's been up for 3 hours, and I think I should get up and do something. I mean, that would be a great idea, right? So there I was, out of my sleeping bag now, and I was contemplating all the things that I'd learned over the years, not obviously all at once, but I was an avid reader for a long, long time, and I had all this information. I actually got so good at the genres of books that I was reading that they became almost boring to me, because I knew what they were going to say. I'd heard it before. I'd heard the resources where they get their information before, and I think it's good to be reminded. That's why I do these videos, to remind us of basic things in life that we just need to encourage and love one another. Same reason people go to yoga or go to church on Sunday. It's not that you're going to learn some revelation there and that your life will be changed. I mean, hopefully it's always in change, and there are revolutionary moments when you're in a dark place. But we go there to be reminded mostly that, I am actually supposed to love my neighbor. Oh, crap. I'm kidding. Things that are very basic. Be kind. So it was reported to me years ago that happiness is simply distraction. So when you're distracted and involved in something, you're happy. And I believe that to a degree, but we use all kinds of things to distract us. It could be drugs, drink, TV, social media. I mean, people can't even drive their car without thumbing, they can't put the silly thing down. And no judgment here, but I just wonder, when do they have time to think about real life and what you need to do? So my thinking turned this way, and I'm like, okay, so I need to apply what I know, and I need to start at the basics of things to do. I've always liked working out. I started working out more. I've always liked yoga. I got into yoga more. And as I started doing these things and improving myself, that, as I said in the last video, that this frees up what I call the spark in you, the life force, the breath of life, all the things that's been called. The being that's inside the vessel begins to breathe a little bit, because it's not oppressed by everything that's stressful in life. You're in yoga and you're into your postures and whatever, and for a second, you get peace of mind. You go, oh, this is what it's like. Or you're singing a song that you like, or you're worshiping God the way you like to worship God, or you're appreciating the universe the way it's designed to be appreciated. And for those brief moments, you're at peace. And so it's not like we always need to stay in this peaceful Zen state. I don't think that's even possible. I don't even think it's healthy. But when we're living life and we're interacting with people, the things that create better environments, create better friendships, create a feeling of well-being all come from actually, one, letting go, which is contradictory almost to taking hold of. So we take hold of our lives and the things that we can change and we can do, and at the same time we let go of the results. There are lots of sayings throughout history that state that much better than I just did. But really learning to let go. If you find that something reoccurs in your life over and over again, why do people think of me this way or that way or the other? And I'm not sure that I've shared this in the video form before, but you know, there's a saying that if you meet one jerk a day, he was probably a jerk. And if you meet two not so nice jerky people a day, that's pretty bad. But if everyone you meet all day long is dumb and they're jerks, it's probably you more than them. And I don't say that to judge you, condemn you, make you feel bad about yourself, but it's to let go and realize that we're all fallible human beings. We all have desires, we've all lost things, we all want to gain things, and some have traumatic lives and others have pretty charmed lives. And, you know, but we still need to all do the same things to get to the same place to have peace in our lives. So as I focused on things that I was already okay at, and then I forgot I like guitar, which I'm not a musician of any kind, but it brings me joy to learn a little bit of guitar and do a little bit of singing. And so as I'm doing these things, I'm having growth, and I'm okay being by myself, and I feel pretty good about life. And then as you get better, then you start noticing other things that need work, like the relationship with my children. I love them. We've always had good relationships, but there were parts of those relationships that never got reconciled, things that they needed to tell me and be honest with me so they can have their healing. And the amazing thing is that I end up healing when they're healing. And again, it's about letting go. I remember one of my daughters was pretty angry with me several times, and I at first was like, well, it's not that way, it was this way, and really I felt that way, and you know, we tried to do this and that, and she's like, you're not listening, you're gaslighting me. And I'm like, I'm trying to explain to you what I'm thinking, or what I was thinking at the time. But the truth is that her reality was every bit as valid as mine. And once I got to that point and said, okay, I accept your reality, then she was able to let go all this stuff on me. And really, it didn't knock me out, because I'm like, okay, I'm a bad person, but that's not all I am. I've done wrong things, but that's not all I am. And I've always believed that, but it became even more clear. And then as that happened, again, the being inside me, the being that is me, not this body, became a little freer. And it's an amazing thing. And it can go sideways at any moment. You know, something bad can happen in my life. There are certain things that we have Achilles heels. My children are my Achilles heel. And I always worry about them and want the best for them. So I'm sure there are things in my life that could happen that could flip me upside down and make this video almost seem hypocritical, but it wouldn't change the truth that's involved in it. People that know me well actually know that I'm extremely introverted, which probably doesn't look like it on this video, but I am. I love people, but they wear me out. And I'm okay. I'm a salesperson for a living now, and I love it. But I do need breaks. I need time to recoup and recover, because people take energy. I have one of my daughters who, probably more than one, but loves other people and sucks energy from them, and she gives it back. It's this reciprocal thing. She was a performer for many years. Even though I'm introverted, I've learned that it is important to get out of my comfort zone. I've always known it, but when I was younger, I was so insecure that it was very difficult for me to get out of my comfort zone. I had to acclimate to any situation I got into. But as I became better at certain things, whether it was lifting weights when I was young, or yoga now, or business, or building, or all the things, selling real estate, whatever I was into, the better I got at it, the less the introverted nature, my nature, affected me. And it didn't rob me of interactions with other people, and I adapted quicker to group situations. My point being that, again, the spark that's inside you, the being that's meant to accomplish, to do things, to connect with people in this world, that needs to be free. And the best way to be free is to get a hold of your body, get a hold of your mind, get a hold of your emotions, and then let go simultaneously of the results of your life. So I found that the things that I became engaged in, the things that I got better at, the things that I disciplined myself, I'm very routine oriented for about 2 hours, an hour and a half or 2 hours a day, and the rest of my day is pell-mell. And that's the way I like it. But the things that I'm disciplined about, those things are driving me forward, and they're making me feel more accomplished even at this late juncture in my life. And that is the answer to freedom, again, coupled with letting go of the results. You just do the absolute best you can. Take breaks, be easy on yourself, realizing you're not all of any one thing. We're all many things. Infallible, we all are. Little Yoda speak there. So this spark gets activated when we are doing things that we are meant to do. We're meant to grow, we're meant to connect, we're meant to share. And that's what we need to be involved in. Lost, hurt, you slightly recover yourself, the trauma is over, you begin freeing the spark. We're going to look at what freeing the spark means to me in the next video. God bless you guys, all the love, all the power. Bye.